No, the problem is though he's an idiot.
My oh my, they are at it again. Our boy Smash JT is been this is I can't believe we're still talking about this. And we can't believe we're talking about Sweet Baby Inc. But I don't know if you guys saw this story, but Smash JT, who is a YouTuber himself, had a Sweet Baby Inc. employee call a place where he worked, trying to get him fired for covering Kotaku and Sweet Baby Inc. This is absolutely fascinating. Now, why would this person call? This is Chris Kindred. And if you recall, Chris Kindred was the one who kind of kicked off the whole GamerGate thing, as he was the one who wanted to try to cancel and get the Sweet Baby Inc. detected Steam group removed from Steam because, well, it was harassment and making lists of harassment. Well, Smash is also apparently harassing people with his Kotaku detected group. And this is a group of people who either work at Kotaku, previously worked at Friends of Kotaku and DEI groups. And this is now seen as harassment, taking publicly available photos, their positions, and various tweets and or articles that they've written. Anyway, so this guy apparently called a place that he previously worked at. And I talked to Smash about this privately and I actually have some interesting information about it. So how does he know that it's this guy, Chris Kindred? Well, Chris Kindred called the place that he used to work and complained to him about he's like, well, he's making this list full of non-white people and people of color, and it's racist. Which, by the way, here's the list. Look at all these non-white people and people of color here on this list. By the way, like, yes, there are some, but primarily this is your average social justice warrior, blue hair, right? So he calls and he complains and he leaves a voicemail. So how does Smash know that that was him? Well, he called and he said, "This is Chris," and then he left a fake last name, but he left his real phone number, which is publicly listed. So, so Smash was like he couldn't believe it that this guy actually left it, his real phone number. So, I guess that goes back to, what are we doing here? Smash he has his wife approached by the Kotaku blogger. Now he has somebody from Sweet Baby Inc. literally calling where he used to work, trying to get him fired, right? What are we doing here? Sav, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
It's funny because when I saw it this morning when I woke up, like, that's all I thought too. Like, what are we doing? And then I'm like, oh, my inner beardo is showing. So what else can you say? Because it doesn't make sense. How does a grown individual justify their thought process to get to that point? How is it that JT, who is, like, I'm not trying to say like he's smaller in numbers than all of us, but he doesn't have necessarily, like, if you look at his account, like, he wouldn't have the reach to handle this on his own or whatever, So maybe they think he's an easier target. I don't know. I don't know what the end game is. I don't know what the purpose of this is. I don't understand what is Chris doing, and why is it that, like, as soon as we have a lull in things, like, nothing was really going on, nobody was doing anything stupid, we were talking about video games again, and then it's like, I haven't fucked shit up in a while. I'm gonna go start some shit because nobody's talking about me. And they go do the dumbest fucking thing. But guess what? Everyone's talking about Chris fucking Kindred today. But they've gone private. They got the little lock thingy on their account. And what's weird is they didn't do that last time. Why are they doing it now? Why haven't they come out and said, "Oh, that wasn't me. That was just somebody trolling. It was a child and they're framing me"? They're not doing that. So you're just making yourself look more guilty. And it's just like, what? What are you doing? What is the point?
So I got a bigger question. When is Sweet Baby Inc.? Like, if somebody that worked for me went out and did this, right? And it's publicly provable that they did this, they would be fired immediately.
Everyone else would fire them. Yeah.
Yes. 1,000%.
So, without playing devil's advocate, you said the number was publicly listed. Is it possible that someone was setting this guy up? Has he confirmed himself that was
what I
him?
thought too. But the fact that like out of everything that's happened, out of all of the discussions that have gone on, this is where they go private. It's really weird. And then I'm sure that because there's a voice message, JT's been able to voice verify it, right? Like it's not just a caller ID.
That's what I assumed. That's what I mean. Like if it was, if it was caller ID, then that's even more proof than just leaving your number sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or
Well, I mean, that's a good question. Actually, I just passed Smash our link, and that's actually a really good question to ask him. So maybe he'll join in and be able to answer that for us really quick, because it has been assumed that is the case, that it is Chris, but we don't know that for sure. But it is,
there's another part to that logic too, because I was trying to figure out, like, could this be somebody just fucking around being an ass clown? But I feel like they wouldn't go so far back to use Chris Kindred's name if it was somebody else fucking around. They would claim to be Alyssa, because that would follow a pattern of behavior that's happened recently. Chris Kindred has no reason to go after JT. They are completely removed from that conversation right now. JT's focus is Kotaku, not Sweet Baby Inc. I don't even remember the last time he really brought them up outside of just talking about the history or how we got here or whatever. He hasn't said Chris Kindred has done this today. I don't think.
Okay, well, let's ask him. Smash has joined us. Smash, what's going on, man?
What's up? Hey, Savvy, good to see you again. Hey, Craig, hey, Blabs.
Good to see you, bud. So it's great.
Grant, by the way.
And hello, Grant.
Oh,
good to meet you. 500,000 subscribers, I hear. Congrats. That's awesome.
Let's go.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so Smash, let's break it down, buddy. How can you confirm that this was Chris Kindred?
Well, I haven't personally verified a voice analytics on his voicemail, but it was a voicemail. Honestly, it's pretty basic investigations where it's like, well, if someone was calling to pretend it was him, they would use his full name. So
that's a good point.
Why would you use a fake last name if you're trying to throw someone off the trail?
Why would you use your real first name?
Because if someone calls you back, you want to be able to easily converse with them and not feel out of place. Like, it makes sense. And on his message to them, the reason why he wanted to call back is he wanted to verify my employment status there, because he wanted to make sure that it was the right place to try to get me fired at. And he also, just for extra shits and giggles, he went on for a little bit of a tirade about how I'm racist and have a website that is what was the exact terminology? I have it written down here. Hold on a second.
Do you have the voicemail?
I don't personally have it. I'm sure I have a connection that I could get it if I really had to, like for legal reasons and stuff like that. I'm sure I could. But
you should absolutely play it.
I could actually what?
You should play it. You should absolutely play it. Because
yeah, if I could, I might reach out to them and get that. But they said caller is asking if Jeff, and then they pronounced my last name completely wrong, so they didn't even know what my last name, how to say it. And then they asked if Jeff is an employee with us. Caller also said Jeff is harassing. Jeff has started a website collecting non-white audience. Please call back. Very important.
Wait, collecting a non-white audience?
So does that mean that people who go to your website aren't white?
So you
That
are
sounds
DEI
progressive.
approved. Yeah, you're progressive AF, bro. Congratulations.
Collecting a non-white audience. I think it's a nice way of saying is I'm collecting a black audience to target them.
He's trying to make it sound like a cult. You're collecting them all like Pokemon.
I'm collecting them like baseball cards. No, the problem is though he's an idiot. Like after I spoke
Giving you
to the
giving your
person,
name and number, yes, that's the definition of being an idiot if you're trying to do that.
but after I spoke to the person from that job, they were like, do you know who this? I think that the name of the game was like Chris Fay, and it's like, do you know a Chris Fay? And I'm like, no, I've never heard of a Chris Fay. You know, like whatever.
That's such a
It's
them name to come up with.
right.
It's like,
All right.
what's your name? Chris, Faye,
Yeah,
Chris
Fay.
Faye.
It was
It's like Naked Gun. Last name, fake. No, Fay. Yeah, Fay.
Yeah, yeah.
It was actually Chris A. Fem. So sorry about that. Sorry.
What's your name? Guy Incognito.
That's right.
So the people at this company, they I'm still close with them, and they thought it was kind of funny. They're like, this is crazy. I'm like, yeah, this is crazy, whatever, no big deal. And I got off the phone with them, and I went to research the information they gave me. It brought me right to Chris's personal website with his email, his phone number that he has listed himself with all these other pictures of himself on his own website. And I'm like, this is going to be the biggest moron on the planet. Like, what is he doing? Is this a cry for help for everyone to pay attention to him? Like, whoa, of all the people, by the way, of all the people to do this, why does he feel empowered and feel like maybe it's like I said in my video, maybe it feels like they've gone so long without being reined in that they feel like they have limitless power, that they can do whatever they want and nothing's going to happen to them. So it's kind of like the testing the boundaries of how far they can go. And I'm like, yep, you don't go here.
Right.
It just
right.
doesn't make any sense because, again, like if this is somebody mucking about, they're more likely to use Alyssa and then the full real name.
Yep.
Not
Chris.
Chris. Like it's just weird. And the fact too, again, just to bring it up, the fact that they're private now instead of trying to say, no, it wasn't me. This is somebody mucking about. They're really not helping their case because all of us, we want to assume that it's somebody else fucking around.
I would love to assume it's someone else, but I also know it's not. And
Yeah.
if they start going down that road, I'm in your camp where I'm surprised they haven't done that. I kind of thought that would be their next move, but then it would just be another L that I'd be like, all right, here's the voicemail. Here's literally, this is him. Like, here's another L that you guys are taking by lying again now. Like, why do you keep doing this? Stop.
Yeah, because if you can get a hold of that tape, that's a smoking gun. Because if he's private, there's two reasons: one, he's guilty, or he's got legal advice. That's the way they look at it. If this is some sort of weird ploy for you to say something and he can try and get you for defamation, just to try and get a small win somewhere along the line, who knows? People are crazy. It might be something like that.
Right. Well, I probably wouldn't even go after him personally. I'd go after Sweet Baby Inc. because they're enabling him.
Have you reached out to Sweet Baby Inc. In any way to say like, yo, I'm getting harassed?
No, I've not. That's a really good idea, though. I should do that. I actually will do that.
Do word for word what he said, but you ring them about him, word for word.
Yeah, right.
Leave the exact same name and the same number.
Right. No, but that's a good idea, Craig, for sure. I will do that today.
This is Smash Faye. And
what's your first name, Mr. Burns? I don't know.
Yes, maybe you should call bully hunters. I agree. Maybe bully.
We need bully hunters right now. They will track this person down. Oh my god, you don't know bully hunters?
I need to. I mean, the name kind of tells me what they are. So
they will save us and lead us to the promised land of zero toxicity. All right, they are our saviors.
For sure.
Well, I'll say this, man. I would love to have Chris Kindred on. And I think it'd be really great to ask him about these questions. The problem is that I'm blocked without ever interacting with the guy. But maybe I'll send him an email.
You already know that side does not want to communicate cordially. You already know that. Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that. I'm well aware. But the point is that you got to at least offer.
Right.
And if you don't offer, then they say, well, we're never going to come on. It's like,
that's what I said in my video about when he contacted my old place work. I'm just like, what? Why would he not first start with me? Like, why wouldn't he be like, hey, man, I don't like what you're doing, and here's why, and have open a conversation with me instead of just assuming the worst and then trying to get me fired. Like, it goes further to the mentality of these people. At least I'll give Nick Calandra the credit. He started with at least reaching out to me in an email, and we had a really good dialogue back and forth. And I was like, man, this guy's not nearly as bad as what people made him out to be. And then after that dialogue, he went right back into being as bad as what said he was. And I'm like, man, I should have known better.
You should have known. This is interesting. Dev came in and says, kindred and fae are both terms used in pre-Christian European myth to refer to spirits.
Oh.
He's just being stupid. There you go. Yeah, Chris Kindred, that is 100% a stage name. Like 100%. That's not his real name. So maybe, who knows? But
oh yeah, kindred spirit. I never even thought of that. Jesus.
Well, keep us updated.
I will.
Yes. I definitely think you should reach out to Sweet Baby. I definitely think that like legit harassment coming from there, and like, have you at any point reached out to anybody's, just to be clear, anybody's place of employment, husband's, wife's?
The closest I ever got to reaching out to someone's place of employment was after Alyssa Mercante reached out to my wife. I tagged Kotaku on Twitter saying, do you guys endorse this kind of behavior? That's
the answer is yes, they do.
Yeah, and then I got a reply from her superior, Carolyn Petit, saying, yeah, if you made a video talking trash about me, I'd call your wife too. And I'm like, all right, I guess this is kind of a what do you call it? An industry-wide problem. It's not isolated. Yes. Yeah.
Like, remind everybody, you can go to takegamesback.com and become a member there, because that is the issue, my friends. Congratulations. That is the issue.
Craig, I got to give you credit, man. You called it from the start. You were on this. You were right. What can I say?
I appreciate it, man. Well, it doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong. It just matters if we take action. That's the most important thing. All right, Smash, we appreciate you hopping on and sharing your side of this, man. And let us know if you can, if you do get the tape, and if you do reach out to Sweet Baby Inc.
I will. Always a pleasure. Thank you guys all, and have a good one.
I appreciate it.
Chief.
Later.
All right, you guys can find Smash. This link is in the description, is also in the chat. Good dude, just going through it right now, man. He is like he's got a target on his back.
Which is so
and
dumb.
he's collecting a black audience. That's what you love.